back with some more Modern, taking a break from our deep dive into all the different cool archetypes to play a donation deck list. Someone kindly donated for me to play more Wilderness Reclamation on stream, so of course I obliged. We're playing some Bant Reclamation today. Pretty sweet deck. Of course, I love these Reclamation decks. You get to play Counterspell, Charm, and Deluge as the core of your deck. Just lots of powerful blue cards. And you kind of want to do what you kind of get to do whatever you want with the rest of the deck list. So what we're doing is splashing for some of the best removal spells in the format. Leyline Binding, of course, incredible. Solitude, and Prismatic Ending. This seems like a fine hand. This is a nice little control hand we have here that we'll keep. It's like a non-zero chance I want to cycle this later, right? When can you speak? You can now speak. I don't know. I might hold this. Maybe that's a mistake. 4 lands is like kind of a lot. Like slightly at risk of flooding. It's kind of hard to find an opportunity to cycle lands early on in games of Modern though. Alright. I guess we have our turn 3 spoken for. I guess I wouldn't mind fetching up Xander's Lounge anyway, right? Because that lets me draw Binding. Opponent rudely ruining my YouTube video. There's like a minute of sitting around at the beginning. SMH. Yeah, I'm excited to keep playing some more Modern. I have been enjoying this format a lot. I think my plan might be, when I don't have tournaments to prepare for, I will probably largely be streaming Modern. Going forward, at least for a little while. And then like when I have tournaments to prepare for, of course they're gonna take priority. Like we have I have Worlds coming up in September, which is gonna be standard. Would be good fun. With a deck I'm leaning towards for the PT, yeah. If I was forced to register a deck for the Pro Tour right this second, like with 0 more testing, I would probably register Blue-Red Breach. However, like, I wouldn't say I'm leaning towards it. Like, it's just the only deck I've found so far that I'm like, that both A, feels powerful, and B, I vibe with. So, I'd say Blue-Red Breach is currently leading, but we'll have to wait and see if it keeps holding that spot or not. Like, lots of time until the PT. Lots of decks I've still not tried out. New Lord of the Rings set is Modern Legal, right? Yeah, it's going to be Modern Legal. The Pro Tour is actually Pro Tour Lord of the Rings, so we're going to be drafting Lord of the Rings. And then battling Modern, supposedly showing off at least a few of the new cards. The set doesn't seem very powerful. Seems like there's probably only a few things in the set that are actually going to see play at the Pro Tour. But what would number 2 and number 3 be? Boy. Good question. So I'm saving Dress Down. I don't really want to Prismatic Ending this, but I guess it wears Hammers really well. I guess we're just gonna play a land, say go. If they play Stoneforge, we can Dress Down it to stop them getting an equipment. Bill the Pony. What would number 2 and number 3 be? I guess number 2 was like maybe be hardened scales, question mark, but I'd be a little bit unhappy about it. And number 3 would be I go spend time in Barcelona and don't register a bad deck and lose a lot with it. I feel really bad. I just don't like the Rhinos deck. That's like one of the other big decks I played. I just don't enjoy it. I don't understand why people think it's good. Yeah, Breach Scales drop. That's the top 3 at the moment. Cavern of Souls naming horse. Gonna collect a company into some horses. Watch me go. I don't think Modern's gonna turn into Lord of the Rings TCG. I think there's gonna be a few cards that are playable in it, and most of the cards are not gonna be hits. And I think that's probably what they were aiming for, so. They literally have a Saga in play, so I kind of want to wait on this dress down. Instead of just... I guess I get to bounce the Saga with my Tef. This is fine. I get to bounce Saga with Tef. Just, like, send them into the Stone Age. This is probably fine. Bunk. Some Living End. Oh yeah, Living End. Living End's number 2. Sorry, Scales is demoted. Scales is so 5 minutes ago. Living End's number 2. Living End was actually really good. I had no idea what I was doing, but that deck was impressive. For sure. Very funny draw. 1/2 Legend Dork. Yeah, that card seems fine. For sure. Seems like it could see some play. A little awkward in Yorg. Yorg is so color intensive, right? But yeah, I could see Living End playing some of the new cards. You don't get to run that many land cyclers because you don't want to have that many targets for them, right? But you do get to run some. So come on, attack with Sentinel. Yeah, baby. I guess they could have a +2/+2, but whatever. We'll take the 2 for 1, I guess. I do need to find some more white sources at some point. Best draw in the deck much? Best draw possible. Oh, they're not even activating Saga. Interesting. Huh. I guess I want to exile Paladin and say go. Their draw is not being the most impressive this game. Kind of just playing a good blue-white control game here. Yeah, they're just not playing into dress down at all. That's very smart. Springleaf Drum. I'm definitely countering Pure Steel Paladin. That seems like a way they get to draw a lot of cards. Oh, do you have the thing? Well, they just drew the Kaldra. Okay. That's fine. Kaldra's really bad against Tef, right? Get another white source. That's a good draw. Most powerful counter is the naturally drawn one because your opponents just can't play around it. Hey Alex, good to see you. Probably just ending this Ginger Brute. Then I don't get to have Leyline Binding up though. So if I dress down after they attack with this, do I then get to block it? Question. Do I then just get to block it? Because if so, I'm probably just saying go. Like, I kind of assume the can't be blocked is not an ability, right? I can block it after dress down. Guess I'm just gonna say go. Hopefully we can keep this Tef alive. Obviously keeping open Leyline Binding with Tef protection open means I'm really safe from dying this turn, which is good. They would need... I think there's literally no combination of things that beat that. Okay, they draw a Hallowed Fountain. Ooh, they have blue cards in their decks. They're playing Spell Pierce, I guess. Very interesting. Let's just fire this off. Make sure they don't get to do any shenanigans. They do get to kill Tef, but they will lose a creature in the process. Which sounds fine to me. Opponent decides against it. So I can just go fetch lounge next turn anyway, so I guess I get Fountain this turn. I have more white mana. We didn't get to see, it's true. I'm so curious. Just exile this Paladin. And say go, I suppose. Then we get to go Binding plus Charm this turn. Either counter their thing or draw 2, depending on what they do. This game's going great. We still haven't drawn any Deluges either, or any other charms. The deck is loaded with gas. Yeah, Paladin makes counter equip also free. Yeah, that's part of why I got rid of it. Stoneforge Mystic. Does that matter? Does that matter? Kind of feels like it probably doesn't. Yes, they could get a Sophie, but we literally have a Leyline Binding in hand. Doesn't seem like it matters. Nettle Cyst. Okay, that's pretty decent, I guess. Feels like a card I can probably beat though. Grab Xander's. Draw 2 cards. Hopefully find some bangers. Those are bangers. Can I grab Kahira this turn? I don't think I can. I think I'm going to be... all my mana is going to be pretty spoken for. Most likely. Do I want to draw 2 main phase is the real question. I really want to. If I hit Wreck, then I just get to untap anyway. Any pronouns. Makes it so... if we hit specifically Wreck, we're like pretty happy to have main phased. I guess it doesn't super matter. I guess we'll just say go. It also like informs what we want to use removal on, I guess. As well. Like if we find another removal spell, that kind of changes things a bit. I guess I'll just say go. We get to Binding the Cyst. Have a counter spell open. It's all pretty good. Yeah, that makes sense, Gura. I just really enjoy the card Wilderness Wreck. Also, I think there are places where Wilderness Wreck helps you a lot. Like, Wilderness Wreck is a phenomenal card against combo decks, right? Because the mana advantage lets you take over quicker. Could have taken Kahira. I mean, I could have. I don't think it would have been necessary. I don't think that necessarily means it was correct too, though. I actually have to crack this now, because if I draw both breeding pools, I then don't get a land. I'm gonna draw 2 to inform my removal choice. Oh, these magic cards, though. These magic cards. Cool. That was fun. Force of Vigor. Seems good. You're thinking the dress down stops it? Sure hope it does. The Force of Vigors and Verdict seem great. E is solid. Oh yeah, that's true. That's a good point. I'm kind of thinking Nexus of Fate is pretty unnecessary in this matchup. Because we're just gonna like run them out of things that matter, right? Is how we win the game. Just run them out of things that have text. So cards I'm not super excited by. I could certainly see trimming some counter spells. I could certainly see trimming some reclamations. I think we kind of just want to be like blue-white control in this matchup. So unlikely to pitch cast it. We can grab Kahira to pitch cast on turn 3. I think I agree that Counterspell seems like one of the less impressive cards here. I'm also like kind of looking at these Shark Typhoons and wondering if I want to trim them. It was really impressive that game, but it's pretty expensive and slow. If we're being honest. Tef okay, Tef's great. Tef bounces, I guess it's better on the play because it bounces Urza Saga on the play, but... Oh, Chalice on 1 is a house? That's something I didn't consider. I think I'm gonna have Chalice on the play and not on the draw. I think on the play I'm gonna have Chalice, but I think on the draw it might be a bit too slow sometimes. Because they were already like dumped a bunch of their ones by our second turn. Yeah, I agree that when we're on the play, that card seems very, very powerful, potentially. I'm gonna mulligan this. Alright, if one of these was a green card, would you keep? Double Force of Vigor, no lands. Sure. Never. Mulligan. Hey, Rolek. We have mulligan to blue white control. We certainly have. Oh, what? That's so brutal, BV. I'm sorry. Arena be like that. Arena be like that. Opponent's thinking. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, I think Arena often doesn't give you priority in your end step unless you, like, actively set it a lot of the time. Oh, there's a Gimli. There's a new Gimli card. God. I'm, like, a little bit embarrassed with myself about how into these Lord of the Ring cards I actually am. They're actually pretty endearing. I don't know. I'm actually kind of enjoying it. Weirdly. I think as far as like crossovers that they could have gone go. Oh boy, that's a scary card. Am I going after the Esper Sentinel? Or the Pure Steel Paladin? They are both terrifying, but one of them draws my opponent a card. But consider, one of them draws my opponent a card. God, I wish I was on the play. I guess this draws my opponent a card too. Whilst killing me. Alright. Then we go like end step dress down or something. That sounds miserable. I feel so dead this game. I feel staggeringly dead. Oh no. Oh no. I guess I can dress down into an exile for Majiggy. Or you draw a card. Game free. Let's bring in chalices on the play. Chalices sound great. It's really weird. Counterspells get better on the play. I don't know what else I'm meant to cut. So I can go down to 2 reclamations. Hmm. Alright. I have to keep this. It's a bit weird. It's probably pretty reasonable. Pile of removal. Eventually we cast Charm and draw 2. Do I just want to explosives on 1? Or do I want to ending? I guess I could also go tapped breeding pool, say go, and hope they cast some 1-drops. This is gonna cost 3 mana, right? So it can answer a paladin if they have one. Might be aggressive. I kind of feel like explosives is going to be good later anyway. And that Sentinel threatens to maybe draw like 2 or 3 cards if I don't just answer it now, depending on what their turn looks like. Good luck in your matches, Vivi. Crush them. Sagada's Aid. Inkmoth Nexus, you say? Hmm. I'm fairly confident I can just say go here, right? They animate Inkmoth, they slam a hammer on it, I steal Sagada's Aid in response to the hammer going on the stack. Yeah. Also, I have Leyline Binding too. I can just say go. They play out another 1-drop, this explosives is going to be A+. They don't do anything I care about, I get to draw 2. Next time we have Force open as well. Tap Hallowed Fountain, say go. Powerful stuff. Okay. Your turn, opponent. Good luck. That's funny, there's not a blue-white one of these. Just fetch Sanders. Get our ley line set up. I grab Kahira this turn. That seems like kind of an ambitious move. We do need to draw some of our divinations at some point, but it does seem like we're not going to die very soon. And Nettle Cyst, huh? Oh, if they have the Protect Everything card, my Force of Vigor gets really blown out. This is from Macadian Masks. It's my favorite counterspell art as well. Very, very pretty. Just objectively the best counterspell art, indeed. I guess it doesn't really matter if this hits me for 1, right? Or whatever. Just have it. I just realized this card actually just doesn't matter that much. It's fine. I guess I could probably have grabbed Kahira a lot that turn. Kahira is technically a discount on Force of Vigor. If we need it to be. Thing. So if I Force of Vigor now, they kind of need a lot to actually kill me, right? Because I'm going to have Leyline Binding plus Solitude up. It's exactly one good thing that block had, yup. Oh, indeed. Memnite, sure. Fine. Shoot up the Memnite. Ooh, powerful. Powerful stuff. Which of our 2-for-1s will we cast this turn? I just don't know. Stop, it's already over. I'm sure there's a way for me to lose this game. I just need to not find it. I guess we just start attacking, maybe. Make it so the only way they possibly win this game is with the infect kill. This is so funny. Oh my god. You get to win for so many turns, it's true. think I'm still too much of a coward to grab this Kahira. Okay, that one encountering. That card could actually get them somewhere. I maybe should have E'd on one that turn. That was really bad. Oh. I see. Yeah, this game has not been played optimally. But it also feels like we should be okay. That was great. A+. Would play again. That was very fun. All right, we are 1-0 with Bant Reclamation. I'm going to run a quick ad break before we hop into our second round to help get rid of pre-rolls, and then we'll see who we're fighting. Whilst the ad break is running, some ads of my own. Check out my YouTube channel. I upload all my VODs there, or most of them. You can go watch loads of videos of me playing Modern and other formats. I have a Twitch channel, hi. Go check out my Patreon. It's one of the best ways to support me. I write for it occasionally. I just made an article about post-ban Standard, how the bans are going to impact Standard, what decks might be good going forward, and how to build White X mid-range now that there is no Reckoner Bankbuster in the format for it to play. And also, you can pay me to play viewer deck lists, just like someone kindly did to have me play this viewer deck list. So, if you have any sweet decks you want me to play, go check that out. Cool. Hop into a match. So thank you for everyone for hanging out today. I'm really happy with how many viewers I've been getting for these Modern streams lately and the amount of support and all that jazz. It's been great. Very encouraging. Really makes me want to stream more as well. So, thanks, y'all. It makes me feel good that I'm streaming my preparation for this tournament. We did not cast the card Wilderness Reclamation match. Playing some Modern, we sure are, Pika. Good to see you. Modern sweet. I've been enjoying it. These Glacial Fortresses have been pretty good so far, I've got to say. I've been pretty happy with these 2 Glacial Fortresses. What am I fetching with this Misty? I don't want Leyline Binding to be turbocharged, so I guess I could grab Xander's. Oh, is this Yorg? I think this is Yorg, right? They play Howling Garden, I think. Wilderness Wreck is banned in Pioneer because the card is messed up. I don't know if it would be more reasonable now. I kind of suspect it would not. I kind of suspect that if Wilderness Wreck was legal in Pioneer, that would just become the best deck. I'm not even saying this from my biased perspective. This is like genuine feelings on the format. Like, oh, they're gonna Court of Cooling. That's adorable. I love it. Lying about Ura in the format, interesting. I mean, I could be wrong. Huh. Do I want a Hallowed Fountain or a Xander's Lounge? Xander's Lounge makes this really good. But I also kind of want a second white source. Is what makes it slightly tough. I guess Xander's Lounge lets me ending for 4. Alright. Makes sense. So even if I play this out, I only have 3 types. I don't really want to ending any of these. So I guess I'm just playing a tap land and saying go. That's really good. Okay. Get a 1/1. Yeah, Archmage's Charm. I really just want to answer this Grist, it feels like, though. Hopefully we get to... Hopefully they don't do anything too brutal this time. Alright, they have double black. They could York me. New York deck plays Grazer. Yeah, Grazer seems like a very cool addition to that deck. It makes a lot of sense. It doesn't get red and 6'd, right? It's the big thinking. And it still taps to chord. Oh, they're gonna chord me or something? I don't know. Guess we'll find out. I would love to hold Archmage's Charm open, but I feel like I'm just meant to play the card my deck is named after instead. Interesting. Not quite what I was expecting. Yes, I pay 2 life to hold open my binding. While taking a little bit of damage from these 1/1s, but should be able to outpace them. It did ramp me. I paid 4 mana to ramp, that's what I was aiming for. Yeah, I don't remember the Pioneer banning history very well. It's all kind of a blur. All I know is at some point they got people got very fed up with all the combo decks in the format. Alright, opponent is continuing not to do relevant things. Which I guess is good for us. There sure are some 0/1s, yep. 0 X's. They do this, because if I hit counter spell off this, I get to cast it. Eventually. I don't know. Maybe I meant to play the top land out. It's like a pretty easy turn to do that. My life total does matter a little bit. At some point, I'm probably going to have to exile 1/1. I'm not going to feel proud about it. Young Wolf. Powerful. Powerful stuff. Potent. It's a great 1/1 to exile. It's also a great 1/1 to steal. Oh wait, no, how does Undying work? Owner's control. Ugh. Okay. I'm not gonna steal it then. Plant tribal. Sure are. Oh, they were scared of me like casting a solitude and blocking. That's so funny. Alright, I really need their final card to not be Yorgmoth. Cord for Yorgmoth. Cord for Yorgmoth would be problematic. In that they would draw like 7 cards and the game would go on. There's some cards, I guess. I get to go to Fairy Reclamation. The Fairy Plus? Pretty good. Should have played my land. If they cord, then I want to counter and have Leyline binding it. God, having Teferi in Reclamation feels so nice. Just knowing that your opponent can't interact when you play out your Reclamation on 7 is so sick. Or if you play it out, if you curve Teferi into Rec, you also get the same effect. And before second Boseiju. Oh, that's a good point. Boseiju still works. Look, details. It's 2020 era deck. It sure is. I love it though. It speaks to me. Oh, this isn't Eldritch either. This spine's Yorgmoth? It sounds like something I shouldn't let happen. Port? Oh my god, no. Oh, maybe I was meant to exile Young Wolf for my instead. This is rough. This is rough. Okay. I guess we're gonna exile Young Wolf now. They get to draw some cards, but like, honestly, probably fine. Right? Like, we're just drawing so many more cards than them. And they lose their whole board if they want to draw 4. I've not played this game optimally, but it feels like we should be fine anyway. So I'm gonna untap and like deluge. They kind of need to find endurance green card, honestly. Because if we resolve this deluge, they probably just lose the game. Free mana blue green cards. I love free mana blue green cards. 3 mana blue green cards have never done anything wrong. Punk. Ooh, what a good card. Alright, in my deck before I fire off this deluge, and I can start putting bad cards on the bottom, I guess. To the extent that this deck has any bad cards. They're just all bangers. Alright, they fetched themselves a land. Sure. We did not find a card advantage source, which is a little awkward. But I think we're going to be fine. I suspect we're okay. Nope. Maybe I'm just meant to let that resolve. I guess it gets to... Does it get to destroy planeswalkers? No, I'm not meant to let that resolve. Okay. Hardcast? I get hardcast. I kind of just want to cycle, I think. I kind of just want to dig towards my next source of card advantage. I feel like a 4/4 shark is going to be good enough, you know? And then I think I'm going to hold my shark home to block, and I'm going to play a cat. Oh, this can block. I should have attacked. I'm so silly. It's fine, chat. Everything's fine. Chris does destroy planeswalkers indeed. That's why I should have... That's why I countered. Yawgmoth. I could just dress down this. Could go dress down, bounce Yorg, so that I get to hold onto my counter. Is that cute? That might be fancy play syndrome. My little Yorg champ, indeed. I'm gonna keep the cycle land in my deck because it's actually weirdly okay to draw at the moment. And yeah, I think I'm gonna dress down and then just bounce Yorg. Not cash in this counterspell yet. Yeah, bounce of Otawara. Yep. I just want to keep... I'm pretty happy. I could bounce Binding. Ooh. I guess they only get to draw one card then. That's so cute. Oh, that's really adorable. I actually love that. It's just to prevent opponents from doing cool things and to answer Urza's Saga. Yeah, they can't draw any. They can only sack the Arbor though. It seems fine. Definitely feel a bit better about this game if I attacked last time. It does feel a little bit hard for us to lose. Eventually we just draw a Divination and then we draw a whole deck. They have like second Beseiju? That would be a colossal beating. That would be so funny. Oh, sure. This is fine. We did it. We drew the good card. No, I was thinking of Otawara bounce, but the Tef bounce was definitely better. I just didn't see it until chat mentioned it. Well, I really like that Tef bounce lime. Not gonna crack this fetch, because there's lots of bad cards on the bottom. Back at the wilderness. Hey, shops. Can't keep me away from the wilderness for long. Archmage's Charm. Solitude. Seems good. Slubber's looking A+ here. Nice. Nice. Killing an opponent through damage, indeed. Shocking behavior. I don't know, the Rex let me deluge. But also, we didn't resolve Wreck until turn 7, once we'd already secured the game, right? It's very different to resolving it on turn 4. I kind of feel like we don't want many sideboard cards here. Supreme Verdict seems good. I'm gonna look at your grit list. I'm gonna run a quick ad break too to get rid of pre-rolls before the game begins, so that they don't interrupt the game. Let's look at your lists. So after sideboard, they're gonna have some Veil of Summers, some Fort Caesars. And then they'll just have their usual main deck. I don't know that Veto is really good, actually. Do you think Verdict seems good, though? How many? They just run 1 Boseiju? Oh, they run 2 Boseiju. There's gonna be times when we can't tap out for this on 4 if they hold open mana. I could trim 1 copy. Could be fine. Let's try this. Yeah, that was a very nice game one. I didn't do much, and we drew a lot of cards. Oh, this is going to be a late stream today. I'm planning on finishing the league today, so probably going to be going for like another hour and a half or maybe 2 hours. This hand doesn't really do anything, but I'm certainly keeping. I guess we do have a turn free play. We can grab Kahira and Pitchcast if we need to, so I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna keep this. Can go fetch a Xander's Lounge, maybe. It's kind of nice where this build only already has Wreck as its green cards game 1. You don't have to fetch green mana very aggressively in the early turns. I'm used to playing builds of like Coatl and Growth Spiral, where green mana is just like always your secondary color. Opponent is mulliganing to 5. I see. I see. This seems good for me, I gotta say. Gotta say. Fort sees me. Okay. I'm worried they might just Fort seize into a turn 3 Grist here. That's one way they could win this game. Especially our hand is a bit light on action and doesn't have a Grist answer currently. That helps. Oh, that makes me kind of want to headquarters now. I was planning to hold this to cycle it. But if I headquarters, then next turn I have Leyline Binding open for Grist. So. The old Spar's headquarters, Xander's Lounge, 1-2 punch. Pow pow. Fearsome 2-1. Do I just want to ending that? Probably, right? Makes Yawgmoth a lot scarier. Just keep the board clear. They grist me, I still have this binding, so they would just get an insect, which is fine. They have Rot Farm, okay. They do have Yorg mana next turn, and they can sack the Grazer. And we are not drawing much. I guess I'm just going to grab this Kahira. I should have maybe not played this out. I really don't want to shock myself, but also this means we're not going to have much white mana in play here. Anyway. Definitely just grabbing my Kahira. That's the good card. Oh, they got 2 insects. Brutal. That's a nice little draw. I guess we have to get Xander's Lounge if I want to hit this though, and then I don't get to charm. A little sad. I guess we don't strictly have to get Xander's Lounge to hit that. I'm really worried. I'm just gonna lose to Yorg if this is my line. I could just let them have one more insect token, and then I get to hold open charm for Yorg. And it uses my mana better too. I can just like draw 2 on their end stat, binding in my turn on the Grist. They get 1 more insect, but I think it works out way better. Like, I get to beat top deck Yorg, although I don't beat top deck Cord. And I get to use my mana much more efficiently. So, I think I'm into this. I guess I have Kahira as well. Or I have Solitude pitching Kahira open to me as well. They would still get to draw a bunch of cards then though. They'd get to like draw 4 and be very in this game. Okay, Peatland. They can no longer top deck. Okay, they can still top deck Cord off of Peatland, right? Which is the card we're scared of. But if they attack me for 2, they can't top deck Cord anymore, so it's nice. I get to go ahead and Divination. Hope they don't draw anything too scary here. I wonder if anyone has ever had one card left in their library and had to Veil of Summer and Archmage's Charm to not deck. Be left with exactly 0. I wonder if that's ever happened. Mystic Gate kind of pog here, huh? Okay. They get down Kahira this way. Which can block these 1/1s, these fearsome creatures. Alright, we are flooding a tiny bit. Looks like we're currently doing okay for ourselves. I wonder if one of the glacial fortresses should be a second Mystic Gate. It makes boarding in the plains less awkward, which is nice. Okay. Hitting my yard. I guess it puts some, like, not very exciting fetch lands back in my deck, but oh, they're hitting their yard because they want Yawgmoth back. I guess. Okay. Dig it. 3/4 flash, not the most impressive card right now. Oh no, fuck. That's so good. That's the only, I guess that, and I guess the 3/4 meant they were actually drawing live to Eldritch Evolution as well. So they actually had like 12 drawers in their deck that were really scary. That was certainly one of them. Oh boy. I'm suddenly in danger. I hope I don't lose to a multi-5. That would be really embarrassing. I guess our draw's been a bit mopey. We've mainly drawn like lands and spot removal, and not a lot in the way of card advantage. Alright. Attack. Draw. Tough balancing act though. They want to draw cards, but they also want to kill me. So it's not necessarily over. Alright, that's binding the York. Say go. Get to Solitude, Endurance, and block. Of course, they're not going to attack. So maybe I should just Solitude now. So that they can't Eldritch Evo. That sounds right. Shut off Eldritch Evo as a draw. Alright, say go. Need those 2 cards to not be too spooky. I guess like Yorg, Grist, and Cord are the scary cards. Doing this now is awkward against specifically the card Grist, I guess. Because it means they get to minus to kill this. Instead of us getting to block. But they wouldn't attack anyway. So it mainly just costs us like 2 life. Alright. Noble Hierarch, interesting draw. I guess I just get to attack back, so this is fine. And they have a Grazer, which is not very impressive. Cool. Alright, let's draw something nice. I wonder if they double block or not. They kind of want the creatures in play as the thing. That makes it, like, tricky, right? They also don't want me gaining life when they don't know about the second Solitude. Alright, they are gonna double block. Nice. Now, do I want to flash in to save the Solitude? It might be a waste. I think I kinda dig it. Obviously awkward for me if they have another Yorg, but... They didn't have it last time? And this is going to put us in a position where every turn that they don't, like, draw some crazy top deck, we're just gaining a bunch of life and clawing our way up. We're pressuring them too, we're killing them pretty fast. Oh, Endurance, well... That makes these 3/2s look a bit embarrassing, I guess. But now they're Hellbent. Yeah, the Endurance makes that line look a bit embarrassing. For sure. They can't attack with it. I guess they get to attack with this insect. They are going to attack with it. That means they get to attack back though, right? Interesting. If only we had our Kahira. Kahira would be great right now. Great. I guess the thing I'm really scared of is third Endurance right now. To ambush me here. Or I could just gain 6. Yeah, they really need to start holding this home, right? Alright. Bant has stopped being aggressive. 2 cards in hand over there. They didn't play out a land or a thing to play, which is really spooky. Of course, it could just mean Veil, I guess. It could also mean Yorg. I think I meant to Binding the Endurance and keep bashing though. We just haven't drawn any of our deluges, so kind of feel forced to keep swinging. Cord, yeah, they could have had Cord last turn though, and they didn't. Right? Like, they repped Cord last turn and didn't do anything either. I don't think I'm winning this game by playing around Cord here. I think I'm winning this game by forcing them to start chump blocking so their Yorg is a lot less scary if they find it. And, like, damaging their life totals, they have less life to Yorg with. Cute card. Come on, spell. Come on, spell. Oh, they drew cord this turn, I guess. Or, yeah, I guess they drew it this turn. Huh. But they would have played out Herpatra last turn if they had it, right? Unless they were just trying to get to enough mana to assemble these together. That could make sense. Now they get to just sack Death Touches to draw cards. They only have 5 life to work with those. They only get to draw 4 cards here, which is obviously very good, but it's not something a Memory Deluge off the top can't deal with. Alright, you're on 2. Or even like Shark Typhoon could kill them, or we could draw a Scalding Tarn. That's also a card in our deck. Losing my mind. Oh my god, y'all. We have so many good cards we can draw into here. We just need need to find one of them. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. I don't think I can actually sacrifice this. 8. Draw. So Verdict is gone. So we kind of need to draw a card advantage source into multiple answers at this point. Or a Solitude, I guess, gets to answer Yorg and then block. We only have one of those left, though. Makes it a little bit tricky. Oh, that's really good. Oh boy, you have to cycle it now, right? Look for something. It's a really funny sequencing. I guess I say go. I get to Solitude a thing. I guess Solitude the Yorg, and then I get to block with my Solitude. It does give them life awkwardly. It's a thing. It keeps me alive. Answers Yorg and Hepatra, I guess. Also of note, opponent's time is very low. Even if they win this game, there's a decent chance they just time out this match. By the looks of things. I have to target Yorg. They have Cord here, they have Lethal. Okay, they do not have Cord. I block Hepatra or Young Wolf. I guess Hepatra. If I block Young Wolf, I go up to 9. Have they used Grist yet this turn? They have. I would go up to 9. Oh, but they would get to trigger. Okay, we're just gonna block here then. And hope that we have another good draw step. Wow. I just want to draw a memory deluge. Just a single memory deluge. It makes games so easy. Oh, it's fine. They have 4 minutes to win a game. So I think it's looking okay for us in game 3. Hey there, Gabby. Good to see you. Happy Flat Frog Friday. That was so awkward. That was a very awkward game. I guess Castle Mantras would have been pretty upset that game. I do sometimes wonder if you want like a second one of those in these kinds of decks. So keep this. Double binding. Does seem a little bit tricky. I agree, Crochet. Alright, so we go Bant, Xander's. Binding open, draw third land. Get to do some nonsense. Yep. They're gonna take Charm, probably. Oh, they didn't. Interesting. I'm really scared of missing our third land drop after flooding out last game. It's gonna be so sad if we do that. I do really want to cycle a Typhoon. I guess I just do that. Obviously pretty sad that I then can't necessarily cast Leyline Binding very easily, but nice. Good draw. Good draw. Counterspell is beautiful. It means we can counter Grist. Get that out of here. I just have to cycle now, right? I don't like them knowing that they can do whatever they want, but we have a prismatic ending to answer most things anyway. I just really need to hit my land drops. Nope. Scream! Oh my god, y'all. Not like this. Not like this. I don't want to lose to Yawgmoth. Yawgmoth's like a fine deck, but I don't want to lose to it. Land. Land. Thank you. Alright, so they can York me, but then I would just answer it. Oh, this is cute. It's kind of chump blocking anyway, though. I don't really care if this gets a counter on it, particularly, because I'm just gonna ending it next turn. Memory Deluge. Interesting. I feel like that is probably gonna end up waiting a turn. Do I want to ending now because of Yorgmoth? Because of a chord for Yorgmoth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Also Eldritch Evo for Yorgmoth. Yes, I do. Nice, there you go. They can still chord if they have untapped land, but they can't Eldritch Evo. This way I can hold up an ending for another Strangle Root, which is nice. Interesting, this is the lime. I have Binding for Grist. I think I'm just gonna do this. This might be aggressive. This might be silly. I just really want to protect this Taff. Keep it healthy. York, huh? I'm just binding that. Yes, we did it. We did it. Oh my god. That's the best draw in the deck. Not close, baby. Suddenly, mana advantage, you say? Mana advantage. Thank goodness. Yes, Sophia, it's going pretty well. We are 1-0. We're probably favored to win this match, although it's not guaranteed. Do I want to just binding this? I think I do. Feels like that's probably what I'm going to end up doing anyway, so I should keep my Teferi healthy. Yorg number 2. Alright, that's fine. So I could bounce binding. I think it's fine, just a plus. Take an extra turn. Yeah, these have been very slow games. It's true. Yeah, then we get to bounce binding in our extra turn. This is great. This is gaming right here. Good lord. Dramatic ending, huh? Right, Xander's Lounge. Fast Binding. Fast Deluge. Bind Counterspell. Leyline Binding. This is looking pretty good for me. God, that Wilderness Wreck was such an absurd draw. Like, A+. Nothing else would have got me back in the game to that extent. Wilderness Wreck is a very cool card. It's true. Eldritch Evolution? What can they even... Oh, they can get a Grist. Just do this then, I suppose. Not that Grist particularly matters at the moment. Could grab Kahira there. Kind of feels unnecessary. Oh my god, I'm so silly. Tap mana, untap, and then cast. Yeah, 3 minutes is loads. Ooh, a divination. Love it. Just gonna keep casting divinations. Fort sees me, sure. Oh yeah, if I hold W, yeah, I should do that. You're correct. Save myself some time. My glacial deck. Alright, just for you, chat. Just for you. Don't say I don't ever do anything for y'all. Oh, whatever, let's see go. The Twitch special? I don't think I would have cast that if I were like in a Pro Tour right now. But I sure will cast it on Twitch. Hey. Good. Things are great with me. Yeah, life's good at the moment. Thank you. Good to see you too, Mark Chalice. I haven't seen that shark token, but yeah, everything Inkling does is amazing, so certainly believe it. I don't even know. I'll just say go. Everything is fine. I guess I could have binding the plant, whatever. Bounce lands and Titan pieces. They are Yawgmoth. They play Grazer and Golgari Rock Farm because Grazer doesn't die to Renin 6 and gets sacked to Yawgmoth, which is really sweet. And you can tap it to Chord of Cooling. It's a very cool evolution people have made to that archetype recently. You love that tag? Yeah, it's a really cool tag. I suppose we should probably kill them. It's an Eldritch evolution. Maybe. Let's look at this token. Oh, it is not loading particularly fast. Oh yeah, 2-0. Deck's great. I must admit, I'm enjoying the white cards quite a bit in this deck. The strong card that nobody plays? Yeah. No, it's also just my favorite card ever printed, so I had to play it a little bit. I had to play it a little bit. Kill them with 5 seconds. When they're on 5 seconds. Very nice. Also, this shark is adorable. I'm going to run a quick ad break before the next round so we don't have pre-rolls interrupting the games. Thank you everyone for watching. Whilst we wait for the ads, I will do my usual spiel, blah, 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 blah. I have a YouTube channel. It has VODs on it. I have a Patreon. I write for it. There's an article about the banned and restricted update standard, what decks are likely to be good, and how I would build White X midrange without Reckoner Bankbuster in the format anymore. Also, you can pay me to play your deck lists, as a viewer did today. This is a viewer deck list that I've made a few slight tweaks to. So, if you want to see me play your deck and maybe tune it a bit before I do so, that's an option too. Lots of great stuff. Let's fire up a match. More than a little love and play. I'm limiting it to like once a week, okay? It's very, very reasonable quantities. I don't have a problem. I can stop playing Reclamation whenever I want. Maybe. God, I need to lose to burn really quickly or something. So I actually get to eat at some point tonight. I just get like bodied by prowess 2 rounds in a row, and then I can go get dinner. Like, once a week's still more reclamation than the vast majority of the Magic playing populace. It's true. Still significantly above average. Also, we have lots of new viewers today. Hey, hi, welcome to all the new viewers, by the way. I am Rain, or Rainy, or Autumn. I stream Magic the Gathering, or sometimes other games. I've been streaming a little bit of Elden Ring recently, which has been a lot of fun. If you are enjoying the stream, please consider following, subscribing, whatever, all that good stuff. Great to have you here. Gabby the queer axolotl. Cheesed to meet you. I've never seen you here before. Welcome to the stream. I don't really want to keep Solitude in my hand on a mulligan. I don't know. Well, I got what I asked for. I wanted a matchup where I would just get bodied and lose very quickly so I could go eat. I'm sure to queue into Tron. It's about what I deserve for saying, oh my god, that draw step. Yes, get out of here, expedition map. Good draw step. Prefer Rain or Rainy? I like both. Both are great. I don't think I really have a preference. They're just good names. But is it Bluetron? It's true. It could be Bluetron, and then we would still be playing Magic. It is true. Well, I can Leyline binding the expedition map. And then lose if they have natural Tron. Or I could just hold open counterspell. Could bounce it. That sounds not very exciting. Alright, please don't kill me. Please don't win the game on turn 3. For dinner, by the way, Gabby, I am having leftover Chinese food. It'll be a pretty good dinner. Oh, so good at this game. Fuck yes! Oh my god! Oh my god! We did it! We did it! We did it! We drew the 4th land for Deluge. They bricked on a land drop and didn't have natural Tron. Game is easy. Could still very easily lose this game. I imagine this matchup's quite bad. But this is how we start potentially winning it. So you know, that's good. That's good. Archmage's Charm. Glacial Fortress. Easy matchup. Oh my god, I might actually win a game against Tron. I might do the impossible. Beat the unbeatable. This is no... I guess I could draw another Archmage's Charm. I'm just going to draw now. We want to be proactive, right? So I should just be drawing cards aggressively. I already have a counterspell in my hand. Sting. Six, 7, 8, 9. So I can Delusion counterspell. That seems pretty good. Why does opponent not have 10 mana? I don't know. I mean, if they want a way to have 10 mana, I can sure recommend them one. This is the most satisfying game of Magic you've ever watched. I agree. Oh, fuck. Okay, Castle Vantress to the rescue time. Come on, Castle Vantress, you can do it. I believe in you. Are we upkeeping? I don't think we're upkeeping because I have another Reclamation I can cast, right? Oblivion Stone resolves. Hey, draw steps. Draw steps are powerful. Bounce my binding to give them a chance, make the game interesting, yeah. Counterspell, Shark Typhoon. Can you dress down preemptively on the turn they'll have 10 mana to stop Ulamog from triggering? That would be really funny. That would be very funny. Yeah, it's a cast trigger, but does the creature lose abilities before it enters when it's on the stack? Because, like, I assume Narcomoeba doesn't come into play if there's a dress down in play, right? I'm kind of asking, like, a pretty similar thing. Creature spells to have abilities. Interesting. So there you go. Ooh, powerful card. Even if they have Tower, they can't Ulamog me. Ah, they have Beseiju. A little bit late for that one. Ah, interesting. Sparked a whole debate. I sure bet it did. What was the answer? It only affects creatures in play. Oh, that's so heartbreaking. Dress down never causes rules questions. Literally never. Cool. We won a game 1 against Tron. Go us. Now we need them to get really unlucky. Cool. Exciting. Chalice is probably, like, actually maybe fine on the play. Unsure about on the draw. Chalice of the Void on 7. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. Sure. Oh. It'll be fine. Everything will be fine. Dress down seems really bad. Counters my own Nexus. Ah, that's why we're not gonna do that. Cool. We found the reason. We found the reason. I wonder if I want to bring in a couple Force of Vigors. They do kill Khan things. And we could very aggro Force of Vigor Expedition map. It's the most aggressive line in the world. Maybe we bring in Plains just as a land drop. Oh boy. I feel like Chalices are going to be really bad on the draw. Aw. Thank you for donation, Paz. Have a great rest of your day. I'm enjoying this quite a bit. I don't know. I know Plains is not great, but it's probably better than Dress Down. Yeah, Force is not very pitch castable in this deck. It's true. This qualifies. What's that? You registered Nazgul. I'm afraid that's not a legal card to register 9 copies of. Sorry to say. Alright, they're gonna go turn 1 expedition map, we're gonna exile it, and they're gonna roll over and die again. Much like last game. It's gonna be great. That's the plan, and I'm sticking to it. It's not an expedition map. Yeah, I normally play growth spirals in my lists. I think the reason this list that was donated for isn't playing growth spirals is because growth spiral plays really... Because this list just doesn't need much green mana, right? You don't need green mana until turn 4, which is really nice. You're just like not very reliant on that. Oblivion Stone. I feel like I let that one resolve. There are a lot of answers to it. I mean, that's kind of the punish for letting it resolve, I guess, but fine. Yeah, this mana base is fun. I've been enjoying this mana base I made. Very Archmage's Charm friendly. And yet... This might be my second favorite card ever printed after Wilderness Wreck, I'm not sure. It's definitely up there. Alright, they have Natural Tron. I guess they actually scrying, so it's not quite Natural Tron. Guess I'm gonna counter. And just hope they don't have an Ulamog in their hand. Cycling land in my deck. Alright, if they want to Oblivion Stone this, I guess that's fine. That just clears the way for the next one. If they cast a big thing, they don't get to Oblivion Stone this, so... Please no Veil. Oh, they don't actually... The list on Goldfish doesn't actually play Veil, which is fucking wild. So wild to me. Like, I get that Veil doesn't, like, eats into your calm board, but Veil's also just a broken magic card in, like, a proactive deck. it feels like, especially a big mana deck. Very strange. They are casting a 5/5. Unclear if I can beat that. I guess them casting that makes me less inclined to fetch shock though. So I would just fetch this out my deck before I deluge. Prismatic ending. That's funny right now. Okay. I can't actually do this for 5. Guess I'm cycling this. As a 1/1, so I get a chump blocker in play and can see if I can draw. Basically tells me if I need to have 3 mana open for Archmages. Guess I'm gonna save myself the 2 life instead. Alright, I need them to not have any bangers in hand. I need them to just be flooding a bit. Yep. Chalice of the Void would have been great this game, huh? Mavugan, scary. Very spooky. Cute. Yeah, there's been a bit of Tron in leagues in the testing I've done on stream. It's not been that uncommon, honestly. People are playing it. Oh, that's a fantastic draw. Now I can Deluge plus Charm if I want. Obviously, I really just need them to brick for another turn, honestly, because I need to answer this Elk as well. But take 5. Oh, what's this? Wormcoil Engine. We can block with Kihira, it's true. Am I gonna lose to the random garbage creatures after taking Solitude out of my deck? That would be a little embarrassing. We are not, in fact, going to do that. Good news. We can fetch an island. Yes, Teferi bounce Wormcoil was fine, huh? Really no reason not to tap the Xander's Lounge. Yeah, we can fetch Island, go Deluge plus Binding. In which case I should probably Binding now. I do not have a counterspell open, and that is poopy, but kinda is what it is. Wormcoil. Just cast a 6/6. Cool. Love a good 6/6. Wonder if I was meant to exile the Wormcoil and bounce Gigantha instead, because I can actually block Gigantha much more reasonably with Shark Typhoon. Really makes you think. Counterspell. If I had a Wastes in play, you could not Pending the Worm. Alas. I really just need to assemble something good here, huh? I guess I take the Deluge. Okay, so Counterspell, cycle a 1/1, cast Deluge. Cool. Oh, I should do this now. I can hit Wilderness Wreck. I do this now. And then I guess I die to Beseiju, but they can Beseiju the Binding and put me in a tough spot anyway. So yeah, I should just do this now. And try and take over this game. Alright, don't have it, please. This was more fun when the opponent was stuck on 2 lands forever. Aren't you enjoying me having a heart attack every turn? No, they were so patient. They were so patient. Oh my god. They were so patient. I'm still alive. You say that. You say that. Through 2 Wilderness Racks. They must have drawn it that turn, right? Otherwise they would have got the Binding last turn to try and kill me. Okay. Resolves. Oh, Teferi, I love you. You can stay, Teferi. You can stay. I think this is actually correct. This isn't even me memeing. I'm not gonna play the land out. If they draw specifically, I guess if they draw specifically Relic of Progenitus, we would counter it. I should play the land out. That was really bad. I should have played the land out. It doesn't super matter. They bricked anyway. Hell yeah. Now I get to have fun. Mystic Gate. Oh, is a gate. Okay, hit my land drop. I take an Archmage's Charm, whatever. Seems fine. You'd love to see some shark tokens win, honestly. Do you think I have enough counterspells? I guess I will just make a 2/2. Don't know what that can even get. I'm not gonna take any chances. They could get like a blast zone and blow up these then, I guess. I don't know. Seems fine. I hate that it only makes a 4/4, by the way. That's kind of a beat. It's kind of like rude, honestly. Real magic. It's true, it does get to make a 6/6. Also, gotta be pretty close to Nexus, right? That we can't actually cast this turn. Good luck. Good luck, friend. I guess I could have drawn 2 to find Nexus. Let's see if we would have found it. Oh, they didn't even check to see if it was countering their spell. Come on now. 3-0! That's amazing. Oh my god. Alright. Quick bathroom break. I'm gonna run a minute and a half of ads, I guess, to get rid of pre-rolls and all that jazz. I will be back in a couple minutes, and we will keep winning with the best deck in Modern. Hell yeah. How did I 2-0 Green Tron? I got unbelievably lucky and they bricked like hell. I mean, the deck's broken. You can't lose that matchup. Don't be silly. Barcelona, here we come! Best deck in Modern. It's right here. Unstoppable. I'm gonna say Teferi. I kind of want more Teferis. That card's been pretty good. And shocking news. Shocking news. One of the most egregious cards ever printed is pretty good in this deck. Too much of a coward to commit. I would be very surprised if I register Wilderness Wreck for Barcelona. But I guess stranger things have happened. Like that time I registered Jund. It can't be any worse than registering Jund, right? Some Jund fan in chat just losing their mind right now. Deeply insulted. Uh-oh. Gonna get scammed. We don't have any Veils in the sideboard either. Oh no. What? That card seems unbeatable. Benixilus. Yeah, they're only gonna have 2 cards left. They will have a 4/3 menace though. Alright, they take 1 removal spell, and then they take... I know all 3 of these are pretty reasonable choices. Obviously the Binding was like the easy first choice. Okay, they take Charm. Cool, that kind of makes sense. Charm's pretty good against that deck. Lets us grind. And Prismatic Ending is going to be a little bit slow against Grief. Most likely. It also just occupies the same spot in the curve as a Reclamation, right? Oh, we might just die to this Grief. They cannot remove Reclamation, but that does require us surviving. Easier said than done. I guess we could try and like wreck Deluge into Solitude. Is also an option, right? Wow! Sight and Blood. Respect it. I respect it. Yep. Let's just grab our cat. I think they took the right 2 cards. It's certainly paying off for them right now. I guess taking the cat. Taking the cat does mean that I can't ending the Grief next turn without shocking myself. So that might have been a mistake. Please don't have another Undying Effect. They play main deck burn, Sight and Blood. Indeed, indeed. It's true. I wish we had some Veils on the board for this matchup. It was kind of hard to fit them in though. Take Reclamation. I see. This Reclamation can find 2 copies of Solitude and, like, maybe pull us ahead. Alright. We need to deluge into 2 Solitudes. Oh, I guess they take that as well, huh? Alright, we need to deluge into 2 Solitudes again. Bah. That draw is quite strong. Right, scam. I almost want to not sideboard. Oh, we should probably bring in Plains, right? They are a Blood Moon deck, I believe. Yeah, I should probably bring in the Plains because of Blood Moon. Yeah, sideboard does not seem set up for this matchup. I agree. Doesn't seem like we particularly need Nexus in this matchup. Or I could take out a Dress Down. Fine against turn 4 Grief, but it's otherwise pretty unexciting, it feels like. Or maybe I meant to bring in Veto over a Dress Down as well. Like, fine. Count as Fable. Count as Blood Moon. Guess most people don't play Fable, apparently. Surprising. Definitely played against lists with Fable. Rastan is good versus Pyro. Oh, that's a good point. I didn't think about that. Huh. That's a good point. Alright, you kind of have to keep any combination of lands and spells against their deck, so I guess we are keeping this combination of lands and spells. I think I'm just accepting that I'm incredibly weak to Blood Moon this game. I'm not sure we can really play around Blood Moon this game, so I guess I'm just gonna go get the Bant Triome instead. Alright, they get to take Archmage's Charm. I guess they have to take a Solitude, right? Otherwise I Solitude in response to the Undying effect, and then they take Archmage's Charm on the second one. Obviously I could have just Solitude this before the trigger resolved. Then we're trading like 2 cards for free, and losing literally every spell in our hand, and that doesn't exactly seem like a way that we win the game, so was not very into that idea. Alright. Interesting. I mean, that works next turn. The monkeying around. Alright. They hit counterspell, sure. Alright, just gonna say go. I don't think I care about binding this thing. I think I just want to have Charm open. And then I can like draw 2 on there instead. Decent power. I should probably counter that. It's a lot of pressure. Oh, they didn't cast the monkey. That's surprising. That's very surprising. Interesting. Will I let this hit me? I think then I go to 6 and I die to double bolt. I don't know how many bolts they can even keep in against me though. Feels like I need to do this, but maybe this is incorrect. It does return to the hand, yeah. Sadly. Blood Moon time. Oh, they would have got Swamp if they had Blood Moon though. Second monkey. Alright. Sure thing. I am on 6. Oh my god, that's so good. I mean, we're still in a lot of danger here, but Wilderness Wreck does help. I don't know which of these I'm casting Binding on. Grief puts me in bolt range. I might just have to hope they brick on their Ragavan trigger. Problem is, if I take 5, I'm just accepting that, like, I can never fetch for the rest of the game, so I have to do this. I am going to 4 and losing my Deluge. It's really awkward that Prismatic Ending is actually not a very good draw despite being a removal spell. Yes, and yeah, we're also down both 2 of our free Solitudes, which is pretty awkward too. See what we find. None of these do anything against creatures. Yeah, yes, they hit most of our Leyline bindings, right? We weren't actually drawing very life there. Because they've been chewing through Leyline bindings. Alright, GG's. Got scammed. We sure did. We're 3 and 1. We got scammed and opponent played that pretty well. Scam is the best deck if you run Early Heart, it's true. I've got to admit, I think of all the tier 1/1.5 decks, Scam is the only one I'm not intending to try. I imagine I would deeply not enjoy it. I can imagine no world in which I enjoy playing that deck. But it certainly does look busted sometimes. When you get to do the thing. Yeah, you don't like the play patterns either. Just like hoping to get people. Just gotta believe in the heart of the cards. This Sanders Lounge. Yes, I keep. Can always pitch the prismatic ending if needed. We just need a third land, and then this hand is amazing. So. Hey, skillful. Skillful. Opponent's gonna be like, Sanders Lounge, Glacial Fortress? Excuse me? What do they think they're up to? Little do they know. Ketria Triome. Is that one that Creativity plays? I don't think I'm used to seeing that. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, they're rhinos. They're gonna ice into rhinos and we're gonna lose. Oh. Interesting. If I cast this, I get disputed. If I hold up this, I get iced. Although they probably would have done it upkeep. Or they can just say go, and then that's really awkward. So I guess we're just casting this and hoping it somehow works out. Yep. Bad news for me. Land. Charm is pretty good against that deck, is true. No Force of Negation. Hey. Gain control of an entire rhino. I'm glad I was on the play this game. And also that I've been drawing hotter than the sun. Free draw steps for land wreck. Couldn't really draw it up much better. I guess doing the charm when I did exposes me to Fury. But it plays around Dispute. It's not like terribly easy to figure out. Ooh. Alright. Hope they don't have Force of Negation for this Deluge, I guess. I feel like they would have Force of Negation doubled in this rack if they'd had that. Or a Charm. Okay. Get some rhinos. Sure. It's fine. We have a lot of mana. It's true. Do I just want to Solitude them? probably. I really want to deluge, but like not dying is pretty good. I guess if I deluge, I can still hit binding and charm. Hey, Leafwork, good to see ya. Let's just cast this. Hopefully we don't get Furied next turn. But if we do, they don't have Mystical Dispute open. It's looking like we're getting Furied. I'm going to 10. Oh, sure. That's fine. You got third rhinos. When I played this deck, I was like casting 1.5 crashing footfalls per game, and every time you play against it, they just cast like 3 or 4 in a row. It's so tilting. Like when I played it, I was like, "Yep, I sure guess I get to do the thing once, and only once." Oh, why don't they have? Oh, I guess they had to use up all that blue mana. I guess they could have tapped differently to threaten dispute. Now I just don't have to play around it, which is nice. Yeah, you get one in your mold 6 and you draw crashing footfalls like your first 2 draw steps, and you're just like, yeah, I guess. Oh. I guess I'm shocking myself because there's a world in which I actually need all the mana. And the chance that the 2 life matters doesn't seem super high. Great. Great. I guess this cantrips comes to that. Alright. I just need to find a leyline binding or a shark. Shark can save me. They don't have another burn spell. You just hated it? Yeah, the Rhinos is like one of the least favorite decks I've ever played in my life. I had a very viscerally negative reaction to it. Oh, we don't actually have planes in play, so binding is currently 2 mana, which is interesting. Okay. Wow. What a brick. What a brick, huh? Oh my god. We can't cycle into it either. I guess I can cycle into Solitude, specifically. Oh, but it's in my end steps. The Solitude doesn't have abilities. Yeah, 2 mana. Oh my goodness. This is such a tilt. The edge of the bell curve. Yeah. Karmic Justice Fletcher game. Oh, if I deluged main phase. I guess it doesn't matter. Alright. Alright, game 2. What a beat. What a beat. It's fine, we get chalices in our deck now. That's nice. Green Verdict. Opens vetoes, question mark? I'm not really sure what stuff we're taking out, by the way, but I guess we sure are about bringing these in. Complete brick on deluge for 7 is rough. It is. It very much is. Oh, planes in. Yeah, they're a Blood Moon deck as well. God. This is gonna be tricky. It's gonna be a little tricky. I feel like Shark Typhoon seems heinous. It doesn't block tramplers. I don't know how we kill them without it. Maybe we need Nexus in our deck then. But this card seems really bad. Yeah, I feel like games where we're casting multiple endings on Rhinos, we're probably losing. I guess Solitude is kind of the same though, but it's really expensive. It does answer Murktide. I guess Murktide is one of the ways they beat this sort of stuff. I'm really unsure if I just need this Nexus in my deck. Without the Shark Typhoons. Let's try this. I mean, it's a weird hand, but it has some damn good cards. Oh, I should have got fetched Bant. I'm so sorry. I'm so silly. Oh my goodness, I should have fetched Bant. Am I challenging for 0 now to give them less draws towards Force of Negation? I guess not. I guess I don't want them knowing about it. Oh no, I do want to do it now, because if they Force of Negation, I can counter back and then still have my mana available next turn. Okay. Wow, just resolves. Snap resolves. Amazing. My hand is not very good, gotta say, but we'll figure it out. With Chalice in play, like what more could we want other than more blue mana? More blue mana would be dope. Petty Theft? Alright, they sure can Blood Moon me next turn. Punish me for not just getting an island. Thank God. No Blood Moon. And we draw a land. So lucky. Just grab Kahira here. I think I'm just meant to hold my mana open there. There you go. Alright. Crashing Footfalls has been suspended. We'll see how that works out. I just need to keep holding open my mana, but Teferi, yeah, Teferi's excellent in this matchup. Teferi stops the skate cards from working, which is very strong. Land. Alright, I don't think I can actually jam a Reclamation, right? Feels like that has the potential to go very badly for me right now. I don't actually have payoffs for them right now either. I kind of need to just hope my opponent makes the first move and then that I win the war with my double counter. Do this. They fight back. We veto. Alright, just don't have your third answer to Chalice, I guess. I'll besage you? Really? So many answers. Good lord. I guess I could have gone and got an island. I just figured if they had a blood moon, they might have just like cast it already. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. It's fine. I do not consider Rhinos a particularly good deck, but it's certainly good at beating up on like decks that aren't amazing. It's very good at beating up on like decks that aren't tier 1. I guess they've had 2 pretty strong draws as well, huh? Like they just fought through a lot of hate this game. Very solid gatekeeper for the format indeed. I think both the Cascade decks are really, really good gatekeepers for the format. Living End just like hates on anything creature based. Alright, well, we still went 3 and 2. 3 and 2 is pretty solid. Kind of sad after a 3-0 start, obviously. But both the decks we lost to are among the best decks in the format, right? We basically beat all the non-tier 1 decks. And then lost to the 2 tier 1 decks. Fighting over petty theft was so bad. Why do you believe it was so bad? I had to, didn't I? If I don't fight over petty theft, they just get to like go for... I guess then I can counter the rhinos, but I don't know. Doesn't feel like I was like winning that game anyway because they had Beseiju. And the Blood Moon is just like kind of unbeatable for us with how I fetched. This is like part of the cost of Leyline Binding. This card is very powerful. It's very good for us. But the two matches we lost were against Blood Moon decks, and just trying to support this card is always going to make you a little bit weak to Blood Moon, right? Whereas with the Sultai list I've played on stream, you can actually realistically fetch a forest, a couple islands, and then actually beat Blood Moon sometimes. Just like overpower it because Reclamation gives you more extra colored mana. Yeah, Blood Moon decks are very strong at the moment. I think Blood Moon is secretly like one of the most important cards in the format. And like, regardless of what you're playing, you either need a plan for Blood Moon, a good plan for Blood Moon, or you need to be playing it yourself. Or you need to not care about it, but there aren't really many decks that fit that. Binding plus Charm? I mean, Charm's fine. I can't imagine ever playing a Reclamation deck without Charm. What team am I testing with? I think I'm testing with Sanctum, ? I'm not sure. Probably testing with Sanctum mark. With Sanctumable. Kind of depends on who ends up being on the team. Oh, you can play against it a lot better if you're not an Archmage's Charm deck? Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, Creativity does have a good plan for Blood Moon. Not like an amazing plan, but pretty good. Able to fight for it. How do I go about finding a team for a PT? Very poorly.